Yeah.
To check.
We did.
Okay.
No problem.
Because she wants to go check. I said no. I think she's this. So she's checked. She want to give me. I said no. I think she's this.
Yeah. No problem.
No, when I finish, I give.
Okay.
Hey, Trinette.
How you doing?
I'm good. I just want you to know you're amazing.
I am.
Yeah, I have not had any sugar cravings since you told me that.
Oh, okay. Well, great.
Yep.
Okay. Well, very
And
good.
I added B complex to it though, but yeah.
Well, that's great.
That sounds like a testimony.
I've been referring people to your group.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just sent out, this morning, I sent out a note asking people to get on my calendar so we could talk about their sugars. People that I know that's been having some issues.
Oh, that's awesome.
I thought I included you in that group.
You probably did. I haven't really looked on Facebook that much today.
Okay. All right. Well, very good.
Yeah, I was at a family reunion and I made the announcement to my whole family. Just about all of them need to be on your group.
Hey, that's great.
They were like, this is a family reunion. I was like, hey, this is health. Y'all need to get. And my cousin that's in the group, she's like, yeah, y'all really need. It's good.
Yeah. Hey, Kat.
Hey, Kat.
Hey.
Are you there?
Hang on.
You're kind of spotty.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, I just put in my headphones. Okay, I'll come on camera in just a second. Yeah, I just got back in. You know, I have 6 hours on you guys every day.
Right.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So it's evening here. I mean, I've had a full day. Like my day is pretty much over now. I'm just relaxing. Yeah, I'm chilling now. I've been to the mall. I've been out. I've been about. And yeah, so this is the end. This is kind of this is wind down time for me. So and I actually really love that because I'm up. Like when you guys are use my phone, Liv. When you no, because I don't want to hear it. So you guys are 6 hours behind. So when I get up at around 6 or 7, it's midnight, 1 o'clock your time.
Oh, okay.
And I'm getting up for the day, getting ready to get my day started. And so that gives me time, from a work perspective, it's awesome because I get to get a whole bunch of work done before anybody's up.
Yeah.
So if I get up, hey, I'm coasting through the day, So this is actually working out in terms of like my work schedule. This is awesome. So I am hoping to, when I get back, continue not being 6 hours ahead for sure, but definitely getting up early, way early, at least 2 or 3 hours, maybe like by 4. That's my
Mhm.
goal so that I can, I'm just much more productive. I really love the way I've been able to be really productive early in the morning and get things done and then the day gets started. I love having like it's like I have a jump start on everything. So
Right.
yeah, it's great. So anyway, so let's go ahead and start off by getting your wins for the week. If you haven't already started doing that, I don't think I saw any. Go ahead and put your wins. And Deborah, it looked like you had a win with so I guess I need to get in Trinette's group too, because I need the secret to solving sugar cravings.
Oh Lord, yes. Yes.
You in my group.
I know I'm in your group. We need to be paying you for your services,
I
ma'am.
know that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking
Yeah.
about the other.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Miss Trinette.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Well,
when you say wins, what do you consider a win? I guess it's like
A
when
win can be big or small, and really it's just can be as simple as I went live for the first time this
yes,
week.
okay. Yes. Okay.
It can be I went live
Yeah.
for the first time.
I just was so intimidated with that Facebook Live. I don't know what it was.
Well, you did it, and now it's
I
over.
know. So I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna try start in my local group first, and I build up my Facebook group, but I don't know how to. That's a question that I have, so I'll wait until
Okay.
you get ready.
Well, one of the things that I wanted to give you I'll let you ask your question, but I want to give you a little bit of feedback on just the video itself.
Okay.
But like the video that I see you now, really clear. Your light looks great, and I can tell that you're looking straight at the camera.
Okay.
But the video, let me go back so I can remember all the things I was thinking when I saw your video. One thing is that it didn't look as bright as the light that I see you in right now.
I'm trying to think. I think it's because I need to get lighting. I did that around 5 o'clock my time, so the sun was coming down.
Got it. Okay, I know that the light was one of the things that I was going to talk with you about.
Okay. So I do need to go in and get the kids then.
At least the light.
Okay.
So if you go into the group and do a search for, a matter of fact, let me just look.
You know what? I already have it in my Amazon. I wasn't sure if I needed it or not. So I already have it saved. Okay. I already have it saved, what you recommended in the group.
Okay,
Deborah,
then yes.
how big is the room that you're going to use?
It's actually my living room, but my windows go all the way to the floor. So around this time, my house is direct sunlight, so I have perfect lighting. But once when the sun starts going down, that's where my lighting is going to be.
Okay, I'm asking because I bought the kit. I have 2 lights, and I only need 1 because my room is small.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I just need 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk.
Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but I just wanted to.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Thank you.
No, that's great.
So, one of my questions is because of Facebook groups now, because I've been looking into Facebook, and I noticed as I'm looking at the bio, everybody's saying that they don't want you promoting your product. So how do I get around that as far as trying to get some of the people out of that group into my group?
Well, you're not promoting. You talking about in terms of the outbound strategy?
Yes.
That's not promotion.
Okay.
Okay.
So how do I do that?
Is something different. So, okay, is the VA team doing your outbound strategy for you?
No, but they can be.
Okay, because I was gonna say they're doing it for Barbara, and I thought they were doing it for you. Okay,
Okay.
okay, but what they do is script that you did your outbound script, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what you do is you give them two groups that you want to outreach to.
Okay.
Okay, give them two groups that you want to outreach to, and then what they're going to do is they're going to use that script that says, hey, so and so, hope you don't mind me reaching out, blah blah blah, and they're going to do that every other day. They're going to alternate days.
Okay.
So one of the things that they are doing for the people who have the service
Mm-hmm.
is training for you.
Okay. That's
So
perfect.
like Barbara and the rest of them, they are joining these groups in their place. So they still don't have to join.
Okay.
Okay. So they're just joining. And so what they do is if they don't know the answers to the questions to get in, they just send it to me and say, hey, how do I answer this question to get in?
Okay.
And so I'll give them the answers, and then they're led into the group, and then you know,
Okay. All right. So I'll just let them do it then. That
Yeah, it's
works for
probably the
me.
easiest thing to do because they know how to get around all that stuff, and
Okay.
it's up to you though. So all you have to do is send them a request, with the hours that you have, and just tell them, you want them. But what they're going to ask you for is the groups that you want to outreach to.
Okay.
Okay, and the script. They're going to need the two groups and the script. So
Okay.
there are going to be some groups that you might have to join, but even if you have to join it, it's not the worst thing because you're not actually promoting, okay? But you don't want, so the way to not call the attention to yourself like that in a group is to, number one, get a large group.
Okay.
That's why I want you to have like large groups, like at least 5,000 people, 5,000, 10,000 people. Okay. You'll go unnoticed for the most part. Okay. And avoid reaching out to admins and moderators. Okay. So if anybody is an admin or a moderator or has some role in the group, you want to avoid them. Okay. You also want to do your outbound strategy every other day, okay, as opposed to every day. So you 20 in the morning, 20 at night in one group, and then you'll switch and do the other group the next day. And then you'll come back to the other group, okay?
Okay.
So it's just the nature of Facebook.
So once you join the group, I guess, how do you just become more active so people notice you, is what you're saying?
No, not in that kind of group. So your outbound strategy has nothing to do with being noticed in the group. You are not trying to be noticed in the group.
Okay.
Okay. So that strategy of getting noticed, letting people see that you're adding value, like that is a totally different scenario. Okay. You're a little bit in stealth mode in the outbound strategy. Because you don't want to get kicked out and you don't want to be seen as spammy and all that kind of stuff, right? So you want to kind of keep a low profile on the outbound strategy groups.
So what I would do is just send them a direct message once I'm a part of the group. Anybody that I would want to be a part of my group is basically what you're saying.
Yes, that's what the team is going to do for you if you want them to do it. But for
I want them to do it.
Okay, but for those of you who are doing it yourself, doing your own outbound strategy, then yeah, you'll put the script right there in their message. Okay. So.
And then my next question: can you be in LinkedIn and basically promote your Facebook group within LinkedIn? Or that's a no-no?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
That's what I do. So the script is basically the same, except I use it in LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yep. The script is the same. Just leading people
And then you'll
back
just
to
point them to Facebook. Is that what you do?
Yep. The
Okay.
outbound strike. Yep. If you use the template that I have in your portal, it's going to direct them to your group.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Hey.
With LinkedIn,
Say it one more time.
With LinkedIn, how do
Mhm.
you target people? How do you target people? Do you target the people who's already on your list, or do you go into groups?
Good question. I target the people who are already connections
Okay.
because I have a lot of connections. But hang on one second. Who is Vivian Harris?
Nisi.
Hey, Nisi, you know you be throwing me off with that Vivian. I can't even deal with it. I can't even deal with it. I'm like, who the heck is Vivian? I'm gonna need you to use your other name and not your government name, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I was like, who is this? I just put you out. Thanks for coming back.
I was like, she just put me. I thought you put me out because my daughter kept beeping in, trying to have a conversation with me. I apologize.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, I'm gonna try to remember, but it always throws me off. I can never connect Vivian with Nisi because I only know you as Nisi. Okay, I'm gonna get my mind right. I'm gonna get it right. I'm sorry. Okay, but yeah, so I target the people who are already connections, but at the same time, they are also my team is trying to get new connections that look like the connections I have. Is that if that makes sense? So they're targeting connections that look like the connections I already have. That makes sense?
Okay.
So yeah, so in that sense,
So
LinkedIn
your
is.
connections, you
Say it again.
said that what?
I said in that sense, LinkedIn is a little bit different because I don't really do anything with my LinkedIn connections. So new people that I don't know. So they're almost like the Facebook people
Okay.
that I don't know. You know what I mean? Like we're connections, but I don't know them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. That's what we were wondering. Because we found some groups.
Yeah. It's okay. As long as just try to avoid people that are already in your group. Like if a name sticks out to you, that's fine. But sometimes you want to get those people who are already friends, and they're gonna be like, seriously, Pat? I'm like, we're already friends. I'm already in your group. So like every now and again, you'll get somebody who's already a friend or already a connection. That you didn't realize. Make sense? I hope that makes sense.
It does. It does.
Okay. And at one point we were getting way more people from LinkedIn than Facebook. It goes in cycles for me. It goes in phases. Sometimes it's way more people on LinkedIn, sometimes it's way more people on Facebook. There's no rhyme or reason to it really. But I do know that, I mean, like I'm up almost 800 people within the last 3 months, 2.5 to 3 months. Yeah. So I want you all to keep track of your numbers as well. Okay. So, okay, let's see here. Let's look at, hopefully you guys are coming over here to see your wins. We talked about Deborah. That's awesome. I'm going to give a few tips on the going live piece today too. New members to increase. That's awesome, Trinette. increased engagement with group members and new group that is promoting my program. Receive 3 new likes. Awesome. Business event promote. Wow, that's great. That is great. Now, Trinette, are you doing Beachbody? Where did I hear that from?
Gosh, you be all over the place. Yes, I'm doing Beachbody.
What is what the so are you help
What
tell
the
me
what?
what it is. Just tell me what it is so I can help. I got to get my phone charger. Go ahead, but I can hear you though.
Okay. I joined it in order to do this workout that somebody sent to me
Mm-hmm.
because I really enjoy weights and everything.
Right.
And in order to get the discount, you become a coach. And
Ah.
so that's what happened. I ended up getting to be a coach, but it's really great. You know, you have this shake, you know, the Shakeology, and then you have this program. You know, you pick a program and go through the entire program, and then you can pick another one. It's Beachbody on demand, so you get to pick and choose which exercise you do, but they recommend doing it for the entire cycle before you go to the next one. And it's just a lot of
a lot of accountability. Uh-oh. Am I back? Am I gone? Am I gone or is Trinette gone?
Trinette's gone.
Trinette's gone. Okay, hang on one second. Let me go get my computer charger. I'll be right back. No.
account. Hello?
Trinette, which workout are you doing on Beachbody?
The Lift 4. It's a VIP early.
Okay. I was just wondering because I'm on there too. I was just wondering which one.
And it's oh, you are?
Okay.
Okay. It's
I'm not a coach.
really great. I love it.
Okay, I'm back. Let's see here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. Okay.
That's okay.
Right. So Trinette, so how are you
Yes, ma'am.
tying in the Beachbody with what you're doing? That's my question.
Okay. Because our Monday is Move It Monday, and I encourage people to list out to schedule exercise every day. So that's one way that I do it. And then the other way is, especially if it has been recommended that they lose weight in order to control their diabetes, I do have this product available, the Shakeology, which is low glycemic, which is diabetes friendly.
Yeah.
That is really effective too.
Now, is that from the Beachbody? Okay, so you're recommending it to the people in your group?
I haven't yet. Well, I'm doing it myself first. You know, and what I'm doing is I want to go through the program, and I did my before pictures, and I'm going to see how I progress. And then as I improve, I'll post after pictures. And then that, you know,
so
that can be a promotion.
Can I make a
Yes,
suggestion
ma'am.
to you as well? Okay, so if you're going to do before and after pictures of yourself, get one other person to do it with you. So I don't know, at least one. And the reason why I say that is because you want more than yourself as the social proof. Okay, so yourself is great, but you also want to be able to say, and these are two of my clients that I helped. You know, here's some people that I helped as well who also got great results. You see what I'm saying? So you wanted to, if possible, you want it to be more than just you, is what I'm saying. So if you can get two people, and it doesn't have to be public, just, you know, maybe two people that you know that you can sort of bring on as kind of pseudo clients or something like that. And that way when they get their results, you know what I mean?
I'll be one of your people if you want me to.
Okay, Deborah. Thank
I'm already
you.
on there.
And then, and then I also have people in the other group that will come on also. So yeah.
So now I want you to do, okay, it doesn't have to be now, but eventually, soon. I want you to use the Beachbody and offer them some sort of support with it as well, right? So when you're offering the support, that's what makes it different from just getting it from somebody else, or, you know, just ordering it off of TV, because they don't have your support.
Right.
So that means you can actually charge people to be a part of the program with the support included.
Okay.
Okay, so even if you're charging something like, you know, $17 a month, you know, $20 a month, something like that, if they're on the program, just tell them that, you know, that they can also join the support group as well for $20 a month. That way they can do their check-ins with you. They're not just sort of checking in by themselves, you know?
Right.
So even though it has accountability, you want that accountability to be with you.
Right.
So would that be a membership site that you're referring to, Kat?
Well, I don't know how Beachbody is set up, so I don't know if it's actually a site that she would be doing, where resources are housed. But it's definitely a membership.
Yeah, I can set up my own membership group.
When you set a membership group, this is how I would suggest you do it. This is how I'm doing the challenge, and I'm going to share my screen so that I can show all of you all. You all may or may not be aware of a new thing that Facebook is doing. So I'm going to show it to you. And actually really phenomenal, because you get an opportunity to post courses in your group. No. Hang on, let me. All right, let me share my screen. And no one is actually in this group right now, so except one of my team members. Okay, so I'm going to share here. All right, so this is the group. This is the group for the challenge coming up. And if you start a group as a support group, okay, so when it asks you what type of group it is, so let me go over here to manage group. I think it's in manage group. I always get a little confused about where things are. Group settings, I think it's in group settings. I believe it's in group settings. Let's see, it's running kind of slow. Okay, so Group settings.
It's up there at the top, Kat, under group
Oh,
type
okay.
at the top.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Deborah. Okay. So you see how we put it here as a support group? So when you do support group, Facebook has this new thing where it allows you to do units. Units are akin to modules or lessons. So what we're doing is so when you click on units, it'll allow you to add a new unit. And you see we've already added a filler here, and it says start here. So when they come into the group, you can direct them to follow the course through the units. So unit 1 is start here. So in start here, it's going to be the learning objective, the intro video, you know, all of that gets them started that says welcome to the challenge. So what's cool about that is that you can upload your videos, right? So if you want them to start off with, you know, whatever you want them to start off with, right, in the group, all you do is upload the video. You upload the video, and then they can comment below. So if you want them to do something as a result of watching the video, you want to say, after watching the video, leave a comment as to, you know, why you want to get healthier this year. You see what I'm saying? And then can just comment below the video. You don't have to do anything separate. So you're actually able to post in the group, give live feedback, go live in the group, post lessons, get feedback from them just like in a forum, okay? Intranet, in your case, they can upload videos there before and after. They can upload their photos. You know, there's a place right here for photos, videos, all of that, right? So it's sort of like a little self-contained classroom. So I really, really like this. And so if you want to add a new unit or create a new unit, let's see. So you can add files to your unit. So it can be a series of videos. It doesn't just have to be one. You can have 3 videos, however you want to do it. It doesn't even have to be video. It can be audio clips. All right. And if you want to create an event just around that particular lesson or module, you can do that. You can create like a Q&A session just for unit 1 or unit 2. So I really love this. I think that it is, it's really great. And I'm going to be doing a little bit more experimentation with it so that I can share more with you guys about how it's working out. This is the first time that I'm actually going to be using this platform for a challenge. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you all and just kind of give you that when you mentioned that. So I think these units are pretty awesome. And the other thing is that it organizes the content. Okay, so if you have 5 lessons, it can be unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5. You see, I really like that. And here's the other benefit to that. The other benefit is that, let's just say, you know, you want to do a challenge or something like that, right? You can have it be an open challenge. It can be perpetually open. It doesn't have to close if you don't want it to. You know, you can just lead people to join your challenge. And this is yet another way to get people on your calendar. Qualified people. Okay, so you can invite them to join the challenge, but in order to join the challenge, they still have to answer those 3 questions. And those 3 questions will lead them to setting up time on your calendar to see if they're right for the challenge. You all get what I'm saying? So remember that all roads lead back to qualified people talking to you. Questions about that? But I'll definitely let you know how this works out. But I am really liking the setup. It's easy, it's simple, and guess what? The content is already there. All they have to do is follow step by step by step. Day 1, do unit 1. Day 2, y'all go in there and do unit 2. Day 3, go in and do unit 3. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to. It's in there already. So once they come into the channel, all their lessons, downloads, all of that stuff is going to already be in this system right here. And all they have to do is follow it. And all I'm going to be doing is coming in, answering questions, Q&A, whatever, and that's it.
Okay. Now I will keep it organized, because I know some people have done like they posted their courses in Facebook, and it seems to be so disjointed. I mean, you have to really go in and search for what you're looking for, as opposed to it going into chronological order or numerical.
That's how this is different, right?
Okay.
Because so they're not doing unit, they're just throwing stuff in there. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, because I know these others were supposed to be set up by units, but then it's like when they posted, the units were not posted in any kind of order. It was kind of haphazard. So you have to go in and really search for what you're looking for. So I'm hoping Facebook improved upon that.
So you think they were doing it by units?
Yeah. Okay. There's a couple of groups that I'm in that they have, that they used Facebook as their membership site.
But were they doing it this way under the support? Were they doing it this way? Is my question.
It wasn't it's not the new platform. It was the older platform. So that's why I'm asking if they.
Yeah. So you see what I just did? You see how I just added this? And you see how I just fell right up under unit 1?
Okay. Well, that'll be good. That'll be a game changer.
I mean, seriously. So, I'm still doing a little bit of testing. We're still testing it. Down content.
What's chunking? What's chunking?
Well, you gotta come on to the challenge and check it out.
Okay. Well, I signed up for it. It's if I didn't have anything else better to do.
You so crazy. Okay, so that just fell up under. Now let me see what happens if So you see what happens? Okay, I see exactly what happens. So what happens is if you go under units, if you click on units, it will pull up all the units in chronological order. You don't have to search the group. All you have to do is click on units.
Okay.
So if they click on units, it'll give it to them without all the other content and stuff mixed in between.
Okay. That's good. And that can be a point that you put in the introductory welcome video.
Right. So this will be exactly. So you'll tell them exactly how to access their lessons. Tell them to go over to the left-hand side, click on units, and they'll see it all lined up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can just and then the other thing that's cool is that whatever it is that you're adding to the unit, it accepts all media types, right? So I like that. In fact, let's try here. Downloads. I just want to see something for a second. Perfect product launch. All files. Boom. That's exactly what I was. Okay. Let's see what it does here. Okay. So you can add files here. You see how you can add files? how you can add. So let's just say you wanted to add a worksheet to that lesson. Okay, so if you wanted to add a worksheet, all you have to do is add a file here. So choose file. I'm just going to choose anything random. Let me just see something. This is for module 2. Uh-oh, maybe I gave this. Okay, so what I'm trying to see is if it will fall automatically under. Maybe I gave it something too big. Okay, I don't think so, but we'll test it to make sure, okay? But you see right here where I uploaded a file here under this one? Oh, okay. I picked the wrong type of file. Okay, it didn't like that. I don't even know what type that is. Okay, so next unit. Oh, that's cool. Look, you can do next unit and it'll take you straight to the next one. That's pretty cool. Okay, I probably have to refresh the page to get rid of that one. Hmm. Okay, go sit at the table, but be quiet, okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. Close the door, please. Go ahead. Go ahead. I didn't ask for all the commentary. Go ahead. Sit at the table. Close the door, please. Okay. So anyway, we're still kind of playing around with it, but I like it so far. I really, really, really like it. I think it's easy. You know, you don't use any of your funnels to do it. So anyway, I really, really like it. Okay, so I'm going to come back over to the group, and if any of you guys use it, definitely let me know how it works out. Oh, there's Brent. Hey, Brent. Okay, Tamika says, have more likes on my Facebook business page, and I got more speaking engagement, and I finally did a live in my Facebook group. Yay, Tamika! Yeah, Tamika, put the name of your group. Put the name of your group right here in the group so everybody has that. Congratulations, Tamika.
Thank you.
Okay, put the name of your group there. Okay, I'm on your page right now. Nice. Oh, wait a minute. When did you speak? You and Trinette. It's over today.
I spoke
Yeah,
yesterday.
I spoke Monday. Tamika spoke yesterday.
Okay, how did it go?
Tamika, tell him she did great.
I loved it.
Aw.
It was amazing. Burnett was great too. I don't know. I felt like I got a lot on my chest, like things that I wouldn't have said, I said. So I just thought it was great. I thought it was amazing. Like it was,
Oh, fantastic. That is awesome. Congratulations, you guys. So, do you all get a copy of your speech?
yes,
Okay. Do you all have it already? Do you have it already?
no, not yet.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Definitely share it with us, okay?
I will.
Okay, both of you. That's awesome. Very good. That's awesome. Okay, very good. Did y'all put that? Did you put that? Okay. Let me come back here. Very good. Very, very nice. And Trinette, how did it go for you?
It went very well. It went very well, and
Mhm.
was able to promote my business
Mhm.
as well. So it was
Very
good.
good. Did you get any people in your group as a result?
No, mm-mm,
Okay.
not yet. But I did offer the freemium, so I'm gonna go back and check and see if anybody downloaded what I offered.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Excellent. Marriage of God said, oh, and Tamika, put your okay, there you are. Okay. And I'm gonna come back to them. I'm gonna circle back around to the live stream. Marriage of God said we got 20 people from our Facebook Live, which had 1,000 views. I mean, seriously, you guys, that is amazing. Was that recent? Was that yesterday? Today?
No, that was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday?
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that was Tuesday. That was and I'm like on Periscope. I think we had like 500 or 600 on Periscope. On Instagram, we had about 25 on Instagram,
Wow.
and it was they like those little crazy. It was 5 things. What was it? 5 things.
5 questions you never asked.
5 questions never to ask a man.
A man in general or your husband, but just a man?
A man in general.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Mhm.
I'll have to go back and look. I've been a little out of I need
It
to
was
know what those
funny.
5 questions are so I'm sure not to ask.
We got about 20 of them, right? But we just did 5. And
Wow.
man, they were on there like gangbusters, right?
Like the lighthearted stuff.
Yeah, because sometimes even you told us one time. Sometimes we need to lighten up. You're going to hell if you don't do this, man.
That's right. That is correct. That is correct. Facebook is a little bit of a, you guys know that y'all been doing this a while. Facebook is a little bit of a fantasy land for people.
Yeah.
So they like to learn things, but they like to have fun too.
Yeah.
Little edutainment doesn't help. Yes, there actually is a word for it.
Yeah.
Little edutainment. That's good. That is excellent. Okay. So, did you guys do any messenger messages?
Messenger messages? No, we haven't.
Okay, like we talked about. Okay. I haven't done them yet.
No. So
Okay.
one thing I wanted to ask, because like usually those things right there, that's what I would do it.
Yeah.
All right. Now on the messenger, would I pre-record a video and send it through Messenger?
No, I typically don't.
Huh?
I mean, you can, but I don't.
Okay.
Because the whole point is that it's supposed to be personal.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So.
it's kind of a pain in the patuka, but it's real effective.
Nah, as long as I mean, I can do it. It's fine. Because we sent one. I know I did a little 52-second video for those that didn't answer the question, and I sent that through Messenger. But I did that pretty much offline,
Mm-hmm.
and I just sent it. I downloaded it, and I just sent it through Messenger. So that's why I asked.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. So, okay, no problem. So yeah, what I typically do and what we're talking about, you guys, is like when you're trying to jumpstart or kickstart your Facebook group and get people talking and get people engaged. One of the strategies that I gave them is to reach out to people directly through Facebook and do a video, but don't make it more than like 30 seconds to a minute tops. A minute tops, okay? And you're basically just saying, "Hey, Deborah, I know you weren't expecting to see me in your Facebook Messenger this morning, but listen, I saw you last night on that Facebook Live. I know that was so lit, and I'm so glad you decided to come on over to the Facebook group where the waiting room, where we even go deeper in the topics. And so I'm so glad to have you here. Listen, one of the first things you can do is introduce yourself in the group. There's lots of other women in here that would love to connect with you in terms of just support, whatever you want to say, okay? And then just say, just tell them what to do, give them a call to action, and just say, hey, and listen, just reply back to this message and let me know you got it, okay? Just say got it, and that let me know that you got the message, and we will see you in the group. Something just as simple as that will make them say, oh, wow. Like, most people are really shocked to see a video message from you that says their name, that recognizes that they came from the Facebook Live, they came, you know what I mean? So those 20 people that came in, they would be perfect. I don't know if they came in, if they joined the waiting room or if they joined the first year formula.
The majority of the 20 were from the waiting room, but we did have quite a few that came in through the first year formula too.
Okay, then what you want to do, then you definitely want to reach out. Those folks are perfect for the Facebook Messenger message. They are perfect. They're just coming off of it. They had a lot of fun. They were engaged. They loved the topic. And so you just want to mention that real quick and just say, hey, you know, that was a lot of fun. You know, thanks so much for being engaged and coming on over to the group. We can't wait to get to know you better. You know, something like that. Give them a quick call to action. Let you know that they got the message, and boom. Next thing you know, they're commenting in the group. They've got, you know, tell them to make sure that their notifications are on. That's the other thing. To make sure that their notifications are on for the group, and you look forward to seeing them in the group.
Okay.
Yep. Next thing you know, they're they're engaged, they're active, participating. You know, remember, make sure you reward people. Make sure that you reward them for, you know, open in. Mention their name. You know, if they have a question, call their question out by name. You know, hey, Trinette from so-and-so, if they tell you where they're from, you know, had a question on such and such and such and such. Trinette, that is an awesome question. And we wanted to make sure that we came in this week and answered your question. So here it goes. You know, da, 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 da. Thanks, Trinette, for asking. And you guys thank Trinette too, because she really didn't have to ask it. And a lot of you guys were thinking this, but didn't ask it. And she was the one who actually did it. So, you know, go ahead and give her a hearty thank you. And while you're doing that, we're going to go ahead and answer this. You see what I'm saying? Now, next thing you know, they're commenting, not necessarily for you guys. They're thanking Trinette. Thanks, Trinette. Thanks, Trinette. Thanks, Trinette. And then next thing you know, people are getting notifications. And what are they thanking her for? And you see what I'm saying? It's just a spiral effect.
Right. I like that.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So you got my message, Deborah, about Module 7?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Did you see my question before that?
No, let me see. Sorry. No, sorry. What was your question?
Basically, I have a business page that's not active, but I'm noticing that people are liking things that I've done a year or two ago. So when I go live, should I go live on that business page, or should I already have a Facebook group, but it's not published yet. So I was going to publish it today, or do I do both?
When you say publish your Facebook group, what do you mean by that? You mean it go live?
Well, I'm not sure. See, I don't know how Facebook groups work. So I wasn't sure if I have to publish it or if I just have to start inviting people.
Give me the name of put the name of your group right here in the chat again. Chat here, please.
I don't remember the name. Hold on. Sorry.
We gonna delete that part out of the order. Okay, so why?
I think it's Financial Freedoms with Deborah.
Find it and put the link right here in the chat.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'm pulling up Tamika's group, and I'm going to share. I just love those colors for you. Oh my God, you look like a baby. You look like a teenager.
Everything?
Mm-hmm.
Well, being a mother of 5 beautiful children, ranging from the ages of 17 to 10, I know that feeling all too well. Barely functioning, acting like a robot, losing sight of self. I find when communicating and then functioning on the concept that I want everything to work and run smoothly for everyone around me. And if they don't love themselves, they can't love anyone else because they're not going to be receptive to you up leveling yourself and being overwhelmed and being burnt out. And I see you on the flip side. Relax, let go, and just be one with the pen and let your emotions make you feel free. Set up your boundaries and let it live to guide you. So once again, I'd like to say my name is Tamika, and thank you for watching. And I hope these tips and strategies help you with your life at the moment. Have a great day.
Great, Tamika. Look at you. You did a great job, Tamika. You did great. You did great.
Thank you. And I was so nervous too.
Oh, you did great, and you look so cute. So tell me, did you order the light? Did you order the lights or one light?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna order it. Try to order it this week, but I didn't.
Okay. Okay, good. Very good. And are you doing the outbound strategy yet?
Yes.
Are you doing 20 a day and 20 at night?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what's been happening with that?
Right now, I haven't really been getting a lot of feedback, so I'm just gonna try to see if I can find other groups and try to target other groups. So it just might be the people that are in those groups. I'm not sure.
It might be. It might be. And also it has something to do with content. And this is not just for you, this is for everybody, okay? So content begets content. Content drives, it's a driver in your business, right? So what that means is that you have to be a content producer. Video is the easiest thing to do because all you have to do is press the video button, okay? But you are literally producing a footprint every time you press the go live button, every time you write a post, every time you do a blog, every time you do, that is content. they're putting out there in the atmosphere. So you want your zone of influence to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And the way to do that is to be a content producer. Produce content, okay? Produce video, produce your posts, you know, writing, get other people to write. You know, that's how you it starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, that's how people share it out, and you just be amazed. I know I was amazed yesterday. Someone applied to be a part of the challenge, and she came in. She was from Pakistan. We were on Zoom, and I was like, "So where are you coming in from?" She was like, "Pakistan." I was like, "What? Pakistan?" I was just really, really amazed by that. So I say that to say, the more content that you produce, the more your footprint will be out there and the bigger your zone of influence. So congratulations on doing that. I know that was a big step for you. So congratulations on that. And it's only going to get better from here. So I love it. I love it. I love it. You did great. Okay. Let me make sure that I am okay. Very good. Okay, now Deborah, let me go over here. Tisha went live too, I think, for the first time this week. Was it Tisha? Was it this week? Maybe Tisha was last week. Okay. Okay. I'm looking at your questions here, Deborah. And
I posted the link. I haven't done my welcome video. I'm gonna do that today.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Okay, and by the way, with the challenge, I am going to, after the challenge, I'll be posting all of the funnel, the swipe, the email swipe copy.
Okay.
The landing page, so you all can just copy it straight from there. Okay. As well as instructions for how to pull off the challenge. So you all can definitely be a part of it just to see how I do it. You know, and you'll learn too, but just to see, you know, how it's done. And then and so what has happened is that I basically did it like a lotto, because this is also part of an influence campaign. So you can do challenges as an influence campaign. And what I mean by influence campaign is it is building your influence, right? So it's kind of like a vitamin D shot to your influence. Okay. So it's kind of giving it like that extra turbo boost. So what it does is, the way you position it is that they have to apply to be a part of it. It's not come one, come all.
Okay.
So they all had to apply to be a part. We had over 100 applications to be a part of this one challenge.
Wow.
And that tells us that this challenge is probably going to be ongoing and perpetual. You see what I'm saying? It's probably going to be ongoing and perpetual. It means that we were able to hit the right note, hit the right thing that people are interested in right now. You know, it says there's a high degree of interest in how to actually accomplish this, right? And so the same thing with you all. And it came from doing the exact same processes that I'm telling you. Going through the group, making note of the comments that people are making, put it in a spreadsheet, analyze it every single week, analyze it. We analyze it me and my team, we have a team meeting and we analyze what is going on in the group. Okay, so that means that you know, we had several different topics to choose from, and we settled on content to course. and that was the one that hit. It kind of was it was not an accident, but it was a guess. It's always an educated guess until you see what people gravitate toward, right? But the more you get to know your audience, the more educated your guesses will be. You see, the better your guesses will be. You'll get better and better at figuring out what they want now, how do they want to see. You see what I'm saying? You'll get better at it. So so putting out this particular challenge, we had no idea that it would be as well received as it has been. Not even a clue. Okay, I thought maybe we'd get 30, 40 signups, maybe, you know. And so what that means is that they have had to get on my calendar. Now, not all of them got on my calendar, okay? But more than half of them did. Okay, it's still a lot of people. So I've been doing a lot of interviewing this past week. But the interviews are the 15-minute call. Y'all get what I'm saying? The interviews are the 15-minute qualification calls.
So they have to do that before they become a member of the challenge. Is that correct?
That is correct. So what that does is that creates sort of like a microcosm of people who have raised their hand and you have qualified them. Okay, now that doesn't mean that all of them are going to go through to the value call, the 1 hour call. You're going to pick from those people. So there are going to be some of those people who you're just putting through to the challenge because it's going to help them. Okay, then there's some people that you're putting through, but you're also going to talk to them about your higher ticket offer. So they're on. So some people are just in the fishbowl, and then you're going to have a fishbowl within the fishbowl. Okay, a special set of people. Yes. Come in, but you got to be quiet, baby. What you need? Woo. After I'm done. After I'm done. Go close the door, please. So that special set of people are the ones who are going to get invited to that 1 hour call. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. Questions about that? Hey, Dolores. Hey, honey. Okay. So the challenge is a shot to your group. Okay. It's something that says, uh-oh, she's offering something. They're offering something. Okay. That's why you can't offer stuff all the time in your group, so that when you do offer it, it creates like a seismic shift in the group. Like, oh man, you know, something's happening, right? And then the other thing, the reason, because it is an influence campaign, they have to do something in order to be a part. They have to be selected. They have to be chosen. It's something special. So today we're putting in the next set of people who've been approved to be in the challenge. Okay, so some people have been approved and now they're approved and now they're on. So we'll put a notice in the group. Okay, congratulations to this group of people. Boom, they're in. Okay, and then the next until the 30 people, until we've gotten through all the interviews and selected the 30 people. Make sense? So the influence campaign is really about helping people to see that you are what's the word I'm looking for? Put your headphones in. That special. You understand what I'm saying? The group is special. You know, the opportunity is special. It's not something that they need to just ignore. It's something that they need to pay attention to. And having an opportunity to work with you is a great opportunity. And so that's the message that you're sending. Makes sense? Anybody have questions about that? Okay, let me finish typing these questions. So Deborah let me in.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Me too.
Leave us your email address below so you don't miss out. Okay, so when you have so you can do this. You can also do if you, I think my questions, in fact, I'll just go ahead and pull up my questions so you can see what it says. Because I have switched out my questions for my group. I can never remember where. Is it edit group settings? I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that where the questions are?
I think so. At the bottom.
Oh yeah, there you go. You're right. Okay. I have, please share with us what you do, who you serve, what problem you solve. Also, click here for a quick video. I did a video this time. So I switch these out occasionally just to see what pops. Click here for a video on what you can expect in the group. This is the intro video. That's all this is. Okay. Now, unfortunately, on mobile, you cannot click on this link. It's not a clickable link on mobile, but it's okay. All right. For the people who are at their desktop and they can do this, or they go back and they copy and paste it, they can take it right out of here, copy. Some people do it just because they're curious, you know, they just want to know. They're like, oh, okay, well, let me watch the video and see if I really do want to join. And all this is the same intro video that tells you on Monday we do this, on Tuesday we do that. It's the same intro video for your group, nothing different. But a lot of people I find really like that video link because they get to see before they join what's going on. So, and then this one says, if you would like for us to send you my video training on how to make $10,000 a month with passive income, leave your email and I'll send it right over. So they leave their email address. That email address goes into ActiveCampaign. Okay, ActiveCampaign shoots them over the email with the video, and then they're in an email sequence.
Now, is that the ActiveCampaign where you have to have pay $49 a month for it to do that, or does it work with the $15 a month?
It works with the lowest one.
Okay.
It works with the lowest one. Yep, it's just the automation sequence. And speaking of ActiveCampaign, just to let you guys know, something really awesome happened for us. I met with two ActiveCampaign executives yesterday, and I will be on their podcast on a series of them. And for you guys, they are going to be doing some trainings, special trainings for you all that I have asked them to do as sort of part of the deal. So they're going to be coming in with their director of education. His name is Chris, and he's going to be doing some trainings for this group on how to build out the pipelines, the automation, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so
I'm meeting with a rep on Monday, and he was telling me that I couldn't do the Facebook link unless I did the $49 one. So that's why I asked that question.
Sounds like a salesperson.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Okay.
No. Just the $17 one
Okay.
Is all you need.
Okay.
And but yeah, he's going to come in. He's going to do trainings and all kind of cool stuff for us. Because I told him, because he was asking what we needed, and I said that's what we need. We need to know about the pipelines, and all those other things to help us continue to make money in our business. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I am.
And really excited about being a part of their podcast. Okay, because that, I mean, anytime that you guys get opportunities to be on a podcast, to be on some, especially somebody who has as large an audience as Active Campaign. Okay, so how do you get there? How do you do this? So when I tell you guys about influence campaigns, this is what I'm talking about. They reached out to me. I didn't even know, had no idea I was even on anybody's radar and anybody was even thinking about me. Wow. Right? And so, and this meeting has been on the books for about a month now. And so, you know, so what I'm saying is, I'm saying to you guys that I'm only doing what I'm telling you guys to do. Okay, so building your influence, getting out there, creating content, doing your influence campaigns like a challenge and things like that. You just don't know, like Tamika and Trinette and I think it was Tisha. I know Faye has had some speaking events and things like that. So anytime you guys get opportunities, and you know that Valerie is our resident media expert and professional. So she knows how to get you them logos. Okay, them pretty logos that sit up there, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, all of those. She knows how to get your logos. So definitely make sure you connect with, because all of those things play a part in adding to your credibility, adding to your influence, and a professional brand, by the way. Okay, so hang on one second, and that will be, so I'm really excited about that for us. Let's see here. Oh, there's Val right there. She's there, and Faye. Oh, hey, Angel. Okay, you on there by yourself? Okay. Trinette says, ask them if they will develop how to link Active Campaign to InstaBuilder. InstaBuilder? What's InstaBuilder? For lead page development.
InstaBuilder is part of WordPress, and that's how you can build lead pages.
Oh, okay.
But the code, I mean, you really have to be a code developer to try to link them up. So Active Campaign really recently added onto WordPress. So I'm just asking them to do a little bit deeper.
Okay.
That's all. Selfish reasons.
No, hey, there's nothing wrong with
it. Since you got the inside track.
Hey, no, hey, now you do too, because he's gonna be right here in the group. You can ask him yourself, okay? So he'll be right here. He's coming. He's a really nice guy, and I met him yesterday, and so I'm really excited. He's excited. So he'll be doing some things in the big group, but then he's gonna be doing some stuff just for us, just for you guys.
Hey, so okay, to you. I'm sorry. Was it Instagram?
You're kind of breaking up a little bit. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying with Trinette. I think Trinette is the only person that I know other than us that use InstaBuilder.
Okay, do y'all like it? Do you like it? Is it good? Is it...
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not user friendly.
Okay.
It's not like what is the one that we use to Thrive. Thrive is very user friendly and has a lot of bells and whistles.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay, awesome. Okay. Thanks you guys. Thanks for all the congratulations and all of that. That's gonna be awesome. for all of us. That's going to be great for all of us. Okay. Okay. So excellent, excellent, excellent. Does anybody have any burning questions? Burning questions? If not, then we'll just continue going on around the room, do a little round robin. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any burning questions. No? Okay.
Kat, you still didn't answer my question about the business page, so I would just stay in the group.
Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
You like after all of that,
It's okay. Hey, I love the information you did give.
You like my question done burn up. It's in that.
I think you indirectly answered it, but I just want to make sure. So basically, I would go live in my Facebook group and not my business page.
Okay, so you're going to do a combination, right? So
okay.
On Facebook, there's 3 places you can go live, right? You can go live on your personal page. You can go live in your group. You can go live on your business page.
Okay.
Okay, so depending on what you're trying to accomplish, you'll go live on one or a combination of those pages or places. So your personal page, right? Your personal page is where you share personal things related to your business.
Okay.
Okay. Does everybody understand what I mean by that? Dolores, you look, I don't know. That look. Yeah. Okay, everybody understands what I mean by that, right? Okay, yeah. So let me just make sure I'm clear, right? So that means that you can share things that you're doing that help people in your business, help to get to know you better. So if it doesn't have anything to do with that, so for example, you all have seen me trying to go live on my personal page here in Spain, right? So I was in the grocery store, you know, maybe I'm on the beach somewhere, I'm showing something, right? So it's personal, but it's business at the same time, because I'm talking about lifestyle, and I'm talking about things they can do, and I'm giving them encouragement, and helping them to see that, you know, they have a gift to share. And I don't want them just looking at me saying, oh God, isn't that great? No, I want them to say, okay, what do I have to do for me to be able to do this too? Okay, is there a roadmap for how to do this? You know, okay, Kat's talking about how I can do this too. Oh, so the first step is getting in her group. Okay, great, let me join her group. So I'll say, hey, if you haven't joined the group, go on over there. So my personal page is, for the most part, business personal. Okay. It helps also because of my audience. My audience are mompreneurs. They're moms. Most of them have kids that haven't graduated from school yet. You know, some of them do, some of them don't, but a lot of them have school-age children. So speaking of that, Valerie, you on? Valerie was responsible for that article, for me in that article on mompreneurs. I had absolutely no freaking clue. Wow. I had no idea. Y'all, Valerie is amazing. Okay, so Valerie did some work behind the scenes. I don't even know all of what she was doing. She just sent me something one day, was like, give me some information on this, this, and this, and I did. And next thing, I mean, I had no idea, but she got me in some online magazine about mompreneurs. Okay, so next thing I know, people are wanting to join the group. People are, you know what I mean? Like, this stuff goes all over the world and all over the place. So y'all get a chance to connect with Valerie. I'm serious, like really. She's really good at what she does, and it didn't take any time at all. And I was like, where in the world did this come from? Next thing she's like, remember when I was asking you them questions? I was like, yeah. She's like, that's what it was. I was like, oh, what? Snap, for real? So that's pretty awesome. So in answer to your question, it's now in an ash heap. You are so that's why you go live on your personal page, okay? So let's just say you were out shopping for furniture, right? Or something like that. You were in a furniture store, you doing something and you made an observation about something. Then you could tie that into why financial support and why these things are important, and 3 things you can do to make sure you don't overspend, something like that or whatever. So it's something personal that you're doing that helps people get to know you. Say, which couch do y'all like? Y'all like this one or y'all like this one? So here's a tip on how to make sure you don't overspend when you're going out to make big luxury items. So tie it into what you're doing on your personal page. Next is your group. So remember that the closer your person gets to you personally, the more you want to reward them for coming closer, okay? For raising their hand and saying, hey, I want to know more. Hey, I want to know more. Hey, I want to know more. So people who come to your door to want to come into your group, those people need a little bit of special attention because they've actually raised their hand and said, hey, I want to get your content on a regular basis. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So when going live in your group, you're giving them deeper content. So whereas on Periscope or your personal page or something like that, you might give 4 tips on how to, make sure that you're never in a financial rut, okay? Then you can say, listen, you guys, I'm giving a bonus, some bonus tips over in the Facebook. I'm going to go deeper into this one, okay? Because that's one that I really want to share with my group. And you say, listen, if you want to know what I'm talking about, you want to know more, come on over to such and such a group. Go into your group and give them more information than you gave on the people on the outside. Now, the people who are on your email list, the people are even closer to you. Okay.
So those people, in the Facebook group, we basically in that group, we accept everybody that requests then for those people.
Well,
no, not really. Just sometimes.
No. Well, okay. Just make sure that they remember that homework, who and who not to let in your group.
Right.
So they have to fit the criteria. If they fit the criteria, then fine.
Okay.
But if they don't, then no.
Okay.
On your business page, think of your business page as kind of like an extension of your website. Those are people who are coming to get to know you. They're going to check out your videos. They're going to check out your content. They want to see if you got a professional looking page, professional looking brand, and that's going to help them to see if they want to go further and get to know you better.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Oh, Valerie's what happened? I walked away. What happened? Yep. Thanks, Deborah. Yep, I was just telling about the online magazine opportunity this week. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, one thing to mention about that. When you guys do things that are awesome, sometimes we don't realize that what we do is awesome. And we don't tell our audiences about it because we think that we're bragging. And we don't want to sound like we're bragging, right? So I want to talk a little bit about that because you all are building for influence. So when you're building for influence, you have to be able and willing to talk about yourself, okay? You have to be willing and able to share when you've had some wins, all right? And so the way to do it so that you don't seem like super braggalicious is kind of look at the post that I did for the post that I did about being in the Mommy magazine. Okay, so I am I am recognizing people who in my group who are just like me, who are mompreneurs, who are moms, and I'm tying it into the fact that a lot of us don't give ourselves credit and don't recognize all the wonderful things we do every day. And so I just kind of tied it in that way, to lift them up as opposed to it just being a post about me. So if you get a chance to go back and look at it maybe with a different eye if you've seen it before, but it is important that you share your wins. Why? You guys, lurkers are lucrative. People who are in the background just kind of watching you, you have no idea who's watching you. That's how I got the partnership with Thinkific. That's how so many things have happened. People are just sitting back and they're just watching. They're just watching and waiting and just seeing what you're doing. And then all of a sudden they'll come out of the woodwork and they'll be like, oh my God, wow. All right. So, what was I saying? I was saying that to say something. Oh, I was saying that to say, don't be afraid to post things about what you're doing. So if you went to an event, great. I would love to see you all. If you're teaching somewhere live, make sure you get pictures of yourself teaching live. Make sure you see yourself make sure you show yourself being influential. Okay? So whatever the big idea is that you all have for your group, the best way to grow your group and the fastest way to grow your group is to have your big idea and then live it. Have your mission and then you live it. And show people living the mission that you espouse to. It's the congruency factor that I talk about a lot. That your life is in alignment with what you talk about. So so I want you all to think about, how do I show people that I walk the talk? They want to walk with you. So I don't necessarily feel enthusiastic, let's just say, about sharing my vacation pictures, okay, and video and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm not wearing makeup and I'm on vacation, you know what I mean? But I know that my audience needs to see me walking what I say. They got to see it. Like, they got to experience it, even if it's inconvenient for me. And even if, y'all should hear me. Y'all should hear people. They just my people. They be like, come on, it's time for dinner. You on that live stream? And I'm like, oh, and I say that, I share that with you all to say, sometimes I really don't feel like it. Okay. But you got to show people that your mission is your message, that your mission is not just something that you talk about, it's something that you be about. Okay. So for Angel and Brent, date night, we talked about that before, that you guys, I'm getting ready for date night with my husband. Let me talk to y'all about, let's talk, help me pick out an outfit. Here we are at having cheese and wine or whatever. Like, people love seeing you in the element that you talk about. So think about, how can we relate to that? So people like me and Dolores and let's see, who else? Valerie and Faye, who else? Okay, so we have digital brands where we don't have things to really show you. I can't, you can't watch me making soap. You can't watch me, doing what I do necessarily. So there has to be other things, other ways for me to show you what I do. Okay. The same thing for a lot of you all, right? So you have to think about, so Tamika, same thing for you. You're a single mom, you're helping with the babies, and not to say you got to have your babies all over social media, but show a picture of you you know, right after you wash the dishes, after you've done some laundry, I'm getting ready to do this. I'm, you know, whatever is in sort of like a day in the life of you that is relative to what your mission is. That's what you show them. That's what's on your personal page. That's the person they want to see. They want to make, you know, remember, trust is the new currency. I told y'all that, right? So people want to be able to trust what they see. Yes, baby. So trust, so to help them trust quicker, these are things that you guys can do. Okay. Questions, other questions, comments, concerns. Faye, what's going on with you? Marriage of God, were you all going to say something?
On the workbook for the mentorship, and I couldn't remember the site that you can use to allow people to like write on the PDF, like type on the PDF.
Yeah, PDF Escape. PDF Escape. Let me put it in here.
And then there's another thing you were talking about, people noticing you. There's this guy, he's the executive producer. That's on his Instagram title for Black Love.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
I don't know. But he came and he liked about every time that we would post something on Instagram, he'd come and like. I didn't know who he was.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and he kept on doing it. I'm like, man, who is this dude? Then I finally looked at him, and his title says on Instagram, he's the executive producer for owns Black Love. So, yeah. So I don't know shit.
Now what is Black Love all about?
Well, it's a show about Black couple who's who's married and who's had successful marriage.
So
I don't know if you're familiar with what is the Real Wife Coach. I forgot the lady's name, but I'll inbox you her name. On OWN, yeah, on OWN.
You need to reach out to him.
Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing it. He was looking. Seemed like he searched us. I don't know. I know he liked about 5.
What do they need to do, Valerie? When they reach out, is that something that you can help them with? What do they need to do?
I would suggest that you just send him a note if he's been looking at your stuff, and just kind of introduce yourself, and you know, just say something about what you do. And you know, we noticed that you've been visiting our site. We hope that you like what you see. We, you know, just kind of reach out to him and see what kind of response that you get. Because if he responds back, then that's your open door to say, listen, I see that, you know, you were a producer for this show, and you know, if there's anything that we can do to help, or, you know, just, I'll have to come up with something, but you need to start staying in contact with him so that you can get on his radar.
Okay.
You're prime for that kind of show. I mean, you are prime for that.
Okay. Yeah, because we didn't. I wanted to say something, but you know, I didn't know what, you know.
Well, I one thing I do know is that if Valerie, being in the media, if she's able to get you guys, and look at me, I'm just jumping all in the game.
No,
It's
I
both
just
feet.
if you see someone at a production like OWN reaching out to you, going through your stuff or liking your stuff, go back and like his stuff. You got to stay in contact. You need to like his stuff. You need to be friends with
Yeah,
him. You need
that's
to
for sure.
connect with him.
Friend requested.
And at some point, introduce yourself. And, not like you're begging for anything, but just say, hey, we noticed that you were checking out some of us. I'd have to come up with a better way to say it.
Well,
But-
you know what? I know one thing. If you, Valerie, actually help parlay that and something actually happens from it, it would be great for both of you.
Yeah, I mean, really, that, even if they wrote something online about you, that's huge.
That's
You can
huge.
put that, I mean, you get OWN as one of your logos on your site. That is huge.
Okay, so Valerie, what can you do to help that make that happen?
Can you, I'll inbox you later on today to work.
Okay.
And just kind of, let's kind of talk about what we can kind of do to get his attention. But first, friend request him.
Okay.
Go ahead and do that ASAP, and then we'll kind of move from there. Once he accepts your friend request, then we can kind of move on from there. But that's huge. Yeah.
Now, one of the things that Valerie, you tell me if you think this is after they get the friend request. I don't know if is OWN in Chicago.
I thought didn't she move her headquarters? I don't know.
I think she moved everything to California.
It seems like somebody moved something to California. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so
she.
you saw-
Yeah, because she sold her building and everything in Chicago.
Okay, well, you got far from California. I'm just saying that it could be like, hey, we're going to be in the neighborhood. Maybe we can set up like coffee or something like. I'm just saying, it has worked for me. Okay, I'll be in good, and you will be in the neighborhood. But I'm just saying, you think that's too forward?
You need to find out where he is.
Right, find out where he is, and just say, hey, we noticed that you're in such and such. That we'll be there as well. Would you like to connect for coffee?
Okay.
You all, in other words, you all need to get on it.
Okay. Yeah.
If he's on Instagram, it would have where he's at, where he lives. Usually people will put in what state they're in. Or you can also check on LinkedIn and see if he's there. And then you can actually download all his information on LinkedIn.
Okay.
There's a way where you can download everything from his profile. And you can look there and see his information, his phone number, all his stuff.
Okay.
So check and see if he's on LinkedIn. If he's on LinkedIn, let me know and I'll tell you what to do.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, it sounds like a group project.
Well, yeah. We love y'all.
Just don't forget where you came from when you.
Right. Don't forget the little people. Don't forget the little.
Yeah, don't forget my shout out.
They always do.
But seriously, though, on a serious tip, make that happen. Okay, just make it happen. Just be intentional about it. Don't be like, oh, well, be intentional. That's all. This is what this is what's gonna happen. In the next 60 days, we're gonna have a conversation with this dude. Okay.
Affirmation.
Confirmation. Just be intentional.
Do your affirmations every day. Speak it in.
Okay, and make it happen. Okay, you got 2 people right here on your team. Amazing. Valerie, Faye, between the 2 of them, this guy ain't got a chance. Okay, he ain't got no choice.
Okay, you're gonna get him.
Okay.
And the more have your finances in order.
Oh, okay. The more got your money straight. Okay.
All right.
The Lord's got your content. Okay. Lord's got your content. got your freebies and all of that. Hey, look, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. All right. So very good. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Everybody knows what they're doing next week, this week. Does everybody know what's going on? Anybody have any questions about that? Everybody should be on track, working, knowing what you're doing. Everybody good? All right. Well, I will.
Dolores got a question. Dolores got a question.
Sorry. Yep. Hey, Dolores. You have a question.
Oh, y'all waiting on me? I have posted in the group, I'm having a real hard time with ClickFunnels. Finally, I figured out why it kept telling me that I hit my maximum, because I had hit the share 3 times. So it populated it 3 times in the ClickFunnels. And now I have ClickFunnels. My question is, since we have the share, is it what you gave us? Do I use it, or is it just a sample, or do I overwrite and take what you have there and put what I need there, as well as changing the color for my branding?
Totally take it and change it to what you need it to be.
Okay. How many times can we use it before we have to upgrade? Because, most of the time when we're giving out freebies, we have to attach it to a landing page in order for us to be able to capture the email address.
Correct. So when you run out of shared funnels, it only gives you 4. Okay. It's only a starter set. It is eventually going to make you upgrade. You're either going to have to upgrade, or you're going to have to get rid of one of the other funnels, which is going to be kind of hard to do. So remember, I was saying, it's really just, and the more you do, okay, the more you're going to have to upgrade. Okay. But I think it's okay for now. Until you need to. Okay, Nisi. Awesome. See you soon, honey. Okay. So yeah, you will eventually have to upgrade, because the more you do, the more I have dozens of funnels with ClickFunnels. And some of y'all do too. Some of y'all have so much stuff going on, you cannot do the starter. So, but that's okay, because that just means you're growing. It means you're growing, you're doing more, you're doing what you should be doing. So it's okay. Okay, and when you get the upgrade, I'll still be able to share funnels with you. Like, I'm going to be putting the challenge funnel in there too. So you guys are going to have that too at your disposal. That doesn't mean you have to use it right now. Just know you have it at your disposal when you're ready for it. That's all. Okay. All right. Any other questions?
I have one. So ClickFunnels, we use that for opt-in pages and lead pages. Is that correct?
Well, lead pages.
One and the same.
Lead page is just it's the same. Lead page is really just a brand name of a company that allows you to do landing pages. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it's a landing page.
It's a landing page. Okay. It's a landing page. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, you guys, for the rest of the time, I'm going to be away out of town. I'm going to be posting the recordings of this session in the group via link, just like I did for last week's. I can't upload well here. So you all should have seen the link in the group from last Friday. Hopefully that worked okay for everybody. So I'm recording to the cloud now. So as soon as this one is done rendering, I'm just going to post it in the group as a link. And so it won't be in your portal until I get back. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so you'll have access to it in the group and not in the portal, not just yet. Okay, makes sense? Okay. All right, you guys, out of here. Getting ready to go get some food. I'm starving. I'm hungry. I know it's just lunchtime there. Well, almost 2 o'clock there. Okay. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for everything. Put in questions.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Everybody stay on course. See you soon. Bye, you guys.